Oh, oh my God. And now, it's all gone really tight and seized up. And also, we've lost rear-wheel drive.
Game over.
So in this video, we've got this giant, great big motor here to put in it. And then we've got to take it all apart to see why we've lost rear-wheel drive. So this motor here came out of this 8S Creighton here. This here's the motor that came out of it. But this motor here is much, much bigger than what is really supposed to go in here. So this here is the size motor that should be in the Creighton 6S. And this here is the motor that we're going to put in it. Check it out, guys. That is so much bigger and hopefully going to give it so much more power. So in this video, we're going to put it in and then we're going to take it for a rip and see how good it really is. And I want to open this up as well and have a look what's going on in there. Waffle, waffle, waffle. Alright, a bit more waffling. If you have a look under here, look, I've put this mastic stuff under the motor. The idea of that is when you do big jumps, the motor smashes down into the chassis and it destroys it. So the idea of this was to give it a bit of cushioning. The trouble is now, it makes it a bit more difficult to get the motor out. Man, this stuff makes a mess, but it does save your motors. Alright, so just a bit of techno babble coming up, guys. But the motor that come out of it is a 2340 kV. That means it rotates 2,340 times per minute per volt. This one here is only a 1250, so this motor is only half the speed. So in order to get roughly the same speed out of the car, we're going to need to get a pinion gear double the size. So the pinion that come off of it is a 12 tooth. I'm just going to stick a 21 on there. We're going to go a little bit under double because this did get too hot and it melted. So we're going to start off with this, see where it goes, and then later on, if the motor's too hot, we can put on a smaller one. If it feels like we can get more power out of it, then we can fit a bigger one. Waffle, waffle, waffle. Just going to get a bit of heavy duty Loctite on there. We do not want this pinion coming off. Here's the stuff that I use. Guys, that is a tight squeeze. And look at the bottom, look, with the heat sink on there, it's touching the bottom of the chassis. And I think that's good because it's going to stop the motor smashing down into it. Oh, right, so now it moves all freely again. So next, let's take apart the rear end and see why we've lost rear wheel drive. Got a bit of damage going on here. Oh dear. So if we look here, look, these two screws here are both snapped off. They're still in here, look. So hopefully if we can take this shock tower off, there's going to be enough left on that screw so we can grab hold of it with a pair of pliers and wind them out. Yes! Hold on, better idea. So the main diff gear is actually looking pretty good. Tiny bit of a teeth missing there, look. That looks okay in there. So even though that missing tooth isn't ideal, I don't think that's what's causing the slipping. There we go. Loads of metal filings in there. Ah, look, I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but it's got a couple of teeth missing on here. They all look pretty chewed up, so I'm pretty sure this is what the problem is. So we can chuck some new ones in and then put it back together and then we can take it out and test it and see how fast this new motor is going to be. We got new ones. So I've just added another shim just to this part here. One of these shims here, look. We're going to put it back together again. Hopefully it's going to be a bit tighter and more reliable. Oh, right, so with that extra shim in there, it is a little bit on the tight side, but I think it's going to be better than it keep blowing out the internals. We'll give it a go, see how it lasts. next, I'm just going to give it a quick clean up, which is solvent mixed with olive oil. So next, let's open up this motor and have a look to see what's going on inside. My rules when it comes to running these motors is usually if it's too hot to touch, then it's too hot to run. And this thing got absolutely cooked. And if you find that motors are running too hot, what you can do is gear down. So you can fit a smaller pinion or a larger spur gear. In this case, I was carried on running it and running it and running it until it died. So it was kind of like my own stupid fault. There we go, look guys, it overheated. And then this come apart. This here is actually the magnet to the motor. When it gets too hot, and look, all this bonding and stuff that holds it all together comes apart. Look, check this out. Even the magnets have broken and come away. Game over. Oh, right, here we are on location. I can't talk properly because I've got braces in my mouth. The snow's out, so we're not probably going to see how good that motor is. But we're going to make the most of it. We're going to give it a blast anyway. We're going to give it as much hell as we physically can. And then we're going to get it out again another day when the snow's gone. We've got Ian and Claire over there, look, getting some footage. He's got his Creighton out there. Tumble-wumble. You all right there, Claire?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, Claire's good. Cheers. Ian, you all right, mate?
Yeah, all good.
Couple of Eskimos there. Go on, Ian, to the moon. This Creighton here, the shaft popped out. The grave digger, I've broke the axles. And now, this is the last one we've got left. And oh, Ian's doing his best to go to the moon. The snowman's been built over there, look. There's another one. Less waffle, more action! Oh my God, look at my camera. Right, hold on guys, got to clean the camera and we'll be back in action. Ian, are you hungry?
Oh, good.
Oh. They're hungry?
Yeah.
Ian is hungry. Ah. Oh yes, we did it. Here we go, box jump. Creighton's loving it. Hey, tumble-wumble. Ah, it's got to be upside down, isn't it? Footage. Oh. By the way, that has got to be the strongest RC car that I have. If you want to know where we can get it from, and all the upgrades on there, and the stuff that I'm running on it, link to all of that down below. I don't know, maybe the X-Max is tougher. What do you reckon, guys? Comment down below. So it was a little bit on the slow side, but it can run on a test still, and we can still gear it up. And we was in the snow, so